cow, it's scorching hot today. I did read some cool news though, in terms of things like the drone laws in Canada. At first I wasn't sure if I could attend that event, the one in Vancouver for the public feedback, but by the looks of it, I think I could. I got some stuff juggled around in terms of the work and all that, so yeah, maybe I'll be able to make it. It looks good at this point. Maybe read like an article in relation to that and how there is some, I guess, people supporting the interim laws for like privacy and stuff. I'll talk a bit about later. Even though it's super hot here, I was reading this interesting news about drone delivery, like in Iceland. Apparently they're doing it to deliver food, and you can see the video. It looks pretty big, like from what I see, like the drone that they're using. But as usual, they say basically it's more, I guess, friendly, like energy-wise. It's a lot more faster and efficient, so why not? You know, the funny thing though, when I was looking at it, since the drone is so big and how it like drops the package, I'm just thinking how this would actually work in a more, I guess, populated area. Because wouldn't you have to warn people like stay away from the drone, like, you know, 30 meters away or something like that, just like for safety's sake? Because I can imagine something bad happening like that, like someone just running by like, oh, that looks deep by delivery, but they get too close and they get cut. So it'd be interesting, like in terms of stuff like that, why you would need things like a regulation, for example, if you're doing it commercially in that sense. Like there, I would probably say propeller guards for sure, like 100%. I don't think there's anyone that would disagree with that, correct? It makes me think in the longer term, we're gonna get so sophisticated where someone could like put all, like, say, the pizza toppings or whatever, like all in the box, and so when you put it like in the drone and it starts flying in the air, it determines it's gonna take me like, I don't know, 10 minutes to fly there, so in this time it'll cook up in the air with a portable oven. I think that would be kind of cool, although that's probably way too high tech for our times. That was interesting reading the comment for one of you guys for the Mavic Pro where you said, I guess you guys bought one of the first generation ones too, where in the beginning it seemed like there was something wrong with it, so you actually sent it back and they gave you a new one. And in your opinion, you felt the first batch there definitely was something wrong with it in comparison to what you got. Again, like, I hope they actually just say like what is wrong. And if that is the case, I'm actually understanding, because I guess weird as it sounds in many ways, because for me, like for tech and stuff, if I'm an early adopter, I kind of expect like weird things like that to be the case, as long as the companies are willing to admit it and stand by it. But I'm still being patient right now. That's what they said. Be patient as they reevaluate the case and all that. So still waiting, and I assume since again it's the weekend, there'll be no response, so we'll have to wait until Monday. Alright, so about the drones in Canada regulation, I got this little notice today. I think it was from that petition that people signed. It was just like a little bit of a update saying what one MP or whatever thought about the interim orders. And according to here, it says, for example, the interim order, enacted as a matter of public safety, seeks to address the various safety hazards associated with irresponsible drone operation. It goes on to say, central to these concerns is Canada's airspace. In 2016, there were 148 drone airplane incident reports, up from 85 in 2015 and 41 in 2014. Drones operating in close proximity to commercial or private flights run the risk of distracting the pilot or destroying engines. The consequence of even one such accident would be devastating. And then it says basically for this reason, that's why the Marc Garneau brought out those rules and so forth. And it also says here, responsible drone users like yourself are not the problem, but unknowledgeable and irresponsible operators pose the true danger. And so for the most part, it sounded like this person was in support of it. But again, it's pretty much the same stuff that we heard. I mean, it's using statistics and stuff like that. For me, I always say, well, what the heck does that mean? What's an incident? I mean, technically, I'm like, what? Within a couple of meters away from this rapid SkyTrain line here, like this rapid transit. So am I in danger because it's close? I mean, I think I hear it coming. I mean, according to a lot of these reports, that would count as a near miss. So again, it's the same old for the most part. One thing I was thinking with this petition that made me think of was because if you guys remember, I read that little point about even if you attend that session and you give your opinions, it actually doesn't mean anything, like in terms of the process. You still have to actually formally submit it to that email or whatever. So it kind of made me wonder, like, even like with things like these petitions and running into those like MPs or whatever, or whether or not, you know, in the end it actually means anything. Like, even though you convince like this, say, one MP person to do it, would that still be considered as like, nope, you still need to formally send your comments to that Transport Canada, otherwise it won't be valid for the discussion. But at the same time, they get a petition with like, say, 1,000 signatures. Does that count as like 1,000 separate submissions, or would they just see it as a, I know that's still like, you know, just one guy making a type of complaint or review, criticism, whatever you want to say. kind of makes me think in some ways if stuff like this is more for moral support, just to see like how many other people there are that have kind of the same concerns as you, as opposed to it actually being a effective way or a way that they'll actually take seriously to change the regulations and all. But that Vancouver session is happening here soon, so at this moment it looks like I can attend it, so that'll be good to be able to document it. So I have that and all this DJI stuff to see what goes through or not. So basically 2 things related to drones to see how it turns out. Anyways, see you guys later.